Hello friends, this is Dr. Bhavdeep Ahuja here. Welcome back to my channel. This is the last or the fourth video in the series of those four videos are made first on documentation, then on communication, then on costing and charging, and lastly this one would be on expense versus investment. See, there are multiple reasons for us to charge for a particular service. What exactly is our investment in that? What exactly are our costs in that? As I discussed about 26 of the costs in the previous video. But what is the benchmark dentists usually employ to keep the charging of their services? It is nothing but the cost of the services of the neighboring dentist or the cost prevailing in their area. Is it the right way? I'm sorry to say it's not. Why do I say that? Because somebody may be sitting in a rented accommodation. You are in your own place. Somebody may be having a lesser number of gadgets. Somebody may be like you, may be updated with all the kind of gadgets. So your investment, your, you can say, costing becomes different. With each added gadget, you incur a depreciation on that. With each gadget, you incur a maintenance service on that. So how do you justify the enhanced costs? The logic of GPM and the NPM comes again, the gross profit margin and the net profit margin. Somebody doing the same service in 1000 rupees and you doing with your latest enhanced gadgets where your costing is a bit more in 1000 rupees, he may be carrying home 50%, for example. Don't just take numbers into consideration seriously, but he may be carrying home 50%. But because of your enhanced costing, because when I calculate the profit, I will always add or I will always take the NPM or the net profit margin, which is after adding the indirect cost also. I don't, as I mentioned in the previous video, I don't look at Itusa composite. I always look at the other factors, other costings, indirect, which are affecting me and my clinic. So because of those added costs, my carry home might be 30%. So where does the difference lie? In the mindset. We have to charge as per our own system. When I always say this, my first request to colleagues is, yes, my dear dentist, my dear doctor, you selected medical in +1 because most of us hated maths. But I'm sorry, Dr. Bhavdeep Ahuja is there to haunt you with the numbers. Maths is never going to leave us in our life. If we want to grow in life, if we want to measure something tangible, maths has to come in the picture. So I always say, know your numbers. If you don't know your numbers, you actually won't be knowing whether you're making profit or you are just carrying home huge amounts each day. But those huge amounts are, you can say, pilfered by the indirect cost, and your net profit margin is zero. And then you can say, on the funnier side, we have groups like Nemodontics, where we actually share the, you can say, the lighter side of the part. But yes, it is, जैसे बोलते हैं ना हिंदी में, दुखती रग भी है कई लोगों को. It is actually because they are not aware of their numbers. So there is more to dentistry than the direct costing and more to dentistry than the neighborhood cost or the area prevalent cost. It is your own expense and investment. Now try to understand it in a manner. Somebody is doing a restoration and probably carrying home 50%, as I gave in the previous example, but he is using substandard materials. The patient comes back after 2-3 days. Doctor, you did the filling popped off. Out of you can say, out of शर्म के मारे 4 लोग और बैठे हैं, कोई बात नहीं सर, I'll do it free of cost. He does it free of cost. What exactly is now his profit margin of that one restoration? But if you are using good gadgets, good materials, and with good skills, of course, your profit margin remains the same. If you're, of course, charging as per your skill set or your investment. So this is the paradigm shift you have to bring in your mindset first. क्रिकेट में बोलते हैं ना, तो राहुल द्रविड़ को किसी ने आज से 20 साल 15 साल पहले पूछा था, यू वर नॉट सक्सेसफुल इन वनडेज At that time there was no T20 of course. So अभी आपको टेस्ट पर गिनते थे, द वॉल बोलते हैं, लेकिन आप वनडे में चले नहीं. अभी आप एकदम से कैसे चलना शुरू हो गए? What changes did you bring in your batting? Said I did nothing. I just brought a change here, my mindset that I have to play fast. Similarly, you have to understand that the neighborhood pricing is not for you. Your own numbers will decide your profit margin. And if you are doing the same procedure with good materials once, your neighborhood dentist is doing twice, you're still carrying home better than him. Obviously, your charges would be more or should be more in that regard. Because again, this makes a great business sense. COVID also actually underlined this fact, I would say, that the more you accomplish in one sitting, that is actually going to eat up less into your indirect costs. The more amount of procedure you try to finish in one sitting, that is going to give you an enhanced profit margin. The sad part is that most of the colleagues are not aware of this aspect. So I would say overhead costs are something that you do not put into your pocket. They actually eat up into your profits. If you want to achieve a good net profit, you can say you need to know your numbers, considering your investment, your expenses, and of course, the silly investments, or you can say silly bargain buys on cheap materials are not going to help. Unless or until you improve your efficiency also in terms of accomplishing more in a procedure, you are not going to achieve much of profit. And people actually believe that buying cheaper materials can give them more profit. Remember, if you remember the previous video, out of 26 costs, the material cost is only one, direct cost. The remaining 25 don't change with your buying of cheaper materials. So if you think that if I buy a bargain deal on you can say a cheaper material, what is it going to serve? And trust me, the bottom line is the patient is hardly bothered whether you use a ABC brand or a XYZ brand, a 3M or a M&M or a Z100 or whatever brand, or a Dentsply for that matter. I'm not going into the brand specifically. What I wanted to say you is the patient is not bothered. He is bothered about the longevity of the filling, the look of the filling, and the service and the care factor that you do. Obviously, if you do a filling and after 1 week it pops up and you want the patient to pay you again for that, trust me, no patient is going to take that kindly. So you decide that whether you want to achieve a good profit margin, a good service standard, or a good reputation in your area, and of course, good carry home profit. For that, you need to know. So need to know about various costs. So at the end of this video, in the culmination of all the four parts, I would say there is a part of expense and investment and costing and charging that I will be doing for M&M Dental on Wednesday on the platform of Dental Reach on Wednesday, 17th of November, 3 to 4 p.m. FB Live. So please join me there for more intricate breakup of the costing and the charging part and how does it affect your profitability. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this particular video and the previous 3 videos should be of some help to all of you. Thank you. Stay tuned for further videos on my channel. Take care. Bye-bye.